What do you do when you've got someone you care about who is a prodigal and they once professed faith, they once walked with the Lord, but now they've walked away? Hi, Alex McFarland here. Thanks for watching the Truth for a New Generation webcast. You know, on the radio show Exploring the Word, that's now in its 11th year, we frequently get questions from very concerned parents who say, you know, I raised my kids in church and they've walked away, they've gone to college, and my once spiritually robust child now claims to be a skeptic or an agnostic or even has just fallen into sin. And I want to share a verse, and I want to talk about how we present the message of salvation. Philippians 1 verse 6 in the New Testament, I love this verse. The Apostle Paul wrote this, being confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it to the day of Jesus Christ. Now, most scholars have understood that to mean the good work God begins in us is at the moment of salvation, when we put our faith in the Lord and we're saved. And then God will be faithful to complete his good work in us to the day we see the Lord. Ultimately, glorification. We're in heaven with Christ. We get a glorified body. But people fall away, don't they? Very often, people make a bold profession of faith and then they'll wander away. I want to say this. If you're truly saved, even the backslider comes home. I mean, someone who was truly saved, if someone walks away from God and says, I used to believe it, I don't anymore, I was a follower of the Lord, now I'm an atheist, I would question whether or not they really ever had a true experience with the Lord Jesus Christ. Because even Christians stumble in sin, have seasons of doubt or seasons of carnality. But if you've truly met the Lord, I just can't conceive that you would fully abandon him forever. But let me just say how we present salvation. We need to be clear that putting your faith in Christ is not merely saying, okay, God, I believe in you. Decades from now, when I die and leave this world, I'll go to heaven. But from now to then, I live like I want to live. Really, I think we need to be genuine and honest with people that to be a Christian, yes, it is faith that our sins were paid on the cross, yes. But to accept salvation means that I'm going to become a disciple, a daily, consistent, obedient follower of Jesus. And really, though I know in America it's very often faith alone, but really for centuries of Christianity, to be called a Christian, it meant that I was a follower of Jesus, not just an insurance policy sometime down in the future and I'll go to heaven, not hell. I mean, that's part of it. But really to be a Christian means that every single day I'm going to wake up, take up my cross, and for God's glory and in obedience, I'm going to live it. That's the Christian message, that we're obedient followers of the Master, of Jesus. So that's a challenge, Philippians 1:6. Let's live it. Hey, I want to say this. Listen up. I'm going to be at the Cove, June 25 through 27, Western North Carolina, teaching the book of Acts, principles of revival from the book of Acts. Go to their website, which is thecove.org. But also, I want to challenge you to listen to the best podcast in all of the internet. It's called I Hear Ya. And Google this, I Hear Ya, Y-A, ihearya.show. Myself and my best pal, Odell Cleveland, we talk about culture, we talk about religion, talk about Christianity in the Bible, talk about politics, talk about race. You will love it. We agree on so many things, Odell and I. Some things we disagree on. Some things we're just kind of wrestling through together. But we always come out as friends. We talk factually, respectably, respectfully. So check out I Hear Ya, the podcast, wherever you listen to digital content. I predict you're gonna latch on and become a fan pretty quickly. Share it with people. Thanks for watching. Please like us on social media. God bless you for listening. And let me encourage you today and always, stand strong for the truth and love your neighbor.
My Harris experience has been absolutely amazing.
People don't just come here and leave the same. You can't.
I think it's awesome. I'm amazed about students, young and older, are willing to root up from homes and come.
I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be obedient because I don't know where I'd be if I wasn't.
God has something for you. Here, come.
You will be changed.